OSHA and other safety codes consider shoes with exposed steel toes to be hazardous for electrical work. 29 CFR 1910.335 BONI states that safety toe footwear for electrical work shall be either conductive or non-conductive. NFPA 70E, the standard for electrical safety in a workplace, section 130.7C16, specifies that conductive shoes shall not be worn by employees working on electrical equipment or lines energized at 50 volts or more. Furthermore, section 130.7C17 mandates that non-conductive safety toe footwear shall be worn by employees working on energized electrical equipment or lines over 50 volts. ANSI 40-2018, the American National Standard for Personal Protective Clothing and Equipment for Electrical Workers, section 5.22, reinforces that safety toe footwear for electrical work shall be non-conductive. The core reasoning behind these regulations is that exposed steel toes can become energized if they come into contact with a live electrical source. This direct contact can result in electrical shock or burns to the wearer. Conductive shoes, although designed to dissipate electrical current, are not recommended for electrical work because they can inadvertently increase the risk of electrical shock. It's crucial to note that exceptions may exist in specific circumstances, such as when working in environments where the risk of electrical exposure is minimal or when supplementary protective measures are already in place. However, it is always advisable to prioritize the use of non-conductive safety footwear for electrical work to minimize the potential for electrical accidents. To ensure the safety of workers involved in electrical work, it is strongly recommended to adhere to the guidelines established by OSHA and other safety codes. Avoiding shoes with exposed steel toes is a fundamental step in mitigating electrical hazards. The human body is an efficient conductor of electricity. When any part of the body comes into contact with a live electrical source, the current seeks a path to ground, often through the body itself. This flow of electricity can cause a range of injuries, from minor shocks and burns to severe trauma and even death. Safety footwear plays a crucial role in preventing electrical current from passing through the feet. Non-conductive safety shoes are specifically designed to provide a barrier between the worker and the ground, thereby reducing the risk of electrical shock. These shoes are typically constructed with insulating materials that resist the flow of electricity. In contrast, conductive shoes are designed to facilitate the flow of electricity, which can be useful in certain situations where static discharge is a concern. However, in electrical work, conductive shoes pose a significant hazard because they can increase the risk of electrical shock if the worker comes into contact with a live electrical source. Steel-toe shoes, while offering protection against impact and compression hazards, can become a liability in electrical environments if the steel is exposed. If the exposed steel comes into contact with a live electrical source, it can become energized, creating a pathway for electrical current to flow through the wearer's body. This risk is particularly pronounced when working with high-voltage equipment or in areas where the potential for electrical contact is high. To mitigate this risk, it is essential to use non-conductive safety footwear that is specifically designed for electrical work. These shoes typically feature non-metallic toe caps and soles made of insulating materials. They are also tested to ensure that they meet relevant safety standards such as those established by ANSI and ASTM. In addition to wearing appropriate safety footwear, it is also important to follow other electrical safety precautions, such as to energizing equipment before working on it, using insulated tools, and maintaining a safe distance from energized parts. Regular training and awareness programs can help workers recognize electrical hazards and take appropriate measures to protect themselves. The selection of appropriate safety footwear for electrical work is a critical aspect of workplace safety. By understanding the risks associated with exposed steel toes and conductive shoes, and by following the guidelines set forth by OSHA, NFPA, and other safety organizations, employers can help ensure that their workers are protected from electrical hazards. Moreover, the importance of regular inspections of safety footwear should be emphasized. Footwear that shows signs of wear, damage, or contamination should be replaced immediately to maintain its protective properties. Employees should also be trained to properly care for their safety footwear to prolong its lifespan and effectiveness. Furthermore, employers should conduct regular hazard assessments to identify potential electrical hazards in the workplace. These assessments can help determine the appropriate type of safety footwear and other personal protective equipment that should be used in specific areas or tasks. In addition to the regulations and standards mentioned earlier, it is also important to consider state and local electrical safety codes, which may have additional requirements for safety footwear. Employers should consult with qualified safety professionals to ensure that they are in compliance with all applicable regulations. The goal of electrical safety is to prevent accidents and injuries. By taking proactive steps to identify and mitigate electrical hazards, employers can create a safer working environment for their employees. Safety footwear is just one component of a comprehensive electrical safety program, but it is a critical one that can help protect workers from serious injury or death. In summary, when it comes to electrical work, the choice of footwear is a matter of safety and compliance. Shoes with exposed steel toes are generally considered hazardous due to the risk of energization and electrical shock. Non-conductive safety footwear is the recommended option for protecting workers from electrical hazards. By following the guidelines set forth by OSHA, NFPA, ANSI, and other safety organizations, employers can ensure that their workers are equipped with the appropriate footwear to minimize the risk of electrical accidents. Choosing the correct personal protective equipment, commonly referred to as PPE, is more than just a matter of compliance. It's a fundamental aspect of ensuring the safety and well-being in the workplace. Understanding the different types of hazards that exist and selecting the appropriate PPE to mitigate those risks is crucial. When we talk about electrical safety, one of the first things that comes to mind is insulation. Insulation is the cornerstone of protecting against electrical shock. Electrical current always seeks the path of least resistance, and unfortunately, the human body is a very good conductor of electricity. That's why proper insulation, whether it's through gloves, tools, or footwear, is paramount. Footwear, as it relates to electrical safety, is all about creating a barrier between the worker and the ground. Non-conductive footwear achieves this by using materials that resist the flow of electricity. These materials can include rubber, specialized plastics, and other synthetic compounds. These materials are specifically designed to prevent electrical current from passing through the shoe and into the wearer's body. Conversely, conductive footwear is designed to facilitate the flow of electricity. This type of footwear is typically used in environments where static discharge is a concern, such as in cleanrooms or areas where flammable materials are present. However, conductive footwear is strictly prohibited in electrical work because it increases the risk of electrical shock. Steel toe boots offer excellent protection against impact and compression hazards. However, they can become a liability in electrical environments if the steel is exposed. If the exposed steel comes into contact with a live electrical source, it can become energized, creating a pathway for electrical current to flow through the wearer's body. The NFPA 70E standard provides detailed guidelines for electrical safety in the workplace. This standard covers a wide range of topics, including hazard assessment, PPE selection, and safe work practices. Understanding and adhering to NFPA 70E is essential for anyone working with or around electrical equipment. OSHA also has specific regulations regarding electrical safety, which includes requirements for PPE. These regulations are designed to protect workers from electrical hazards and ensure that employers provide a safe working environment. ANSI standards provide guidelines for the design, testing, and performance of safety equipment, including footwear. These standards help ensure that safety equipment meets certain minimum requirements for protection. When selecting safety footwear for electrical work, it's important to look for shoes that are labeled as non-conductive and that meet relevant ANSI standards. These shoes will have been tested to ensure that they provide adequate protection against electrical shock. Remember that safety footwear is just one component of a comprehensive electrical safety program. It's essential to follow other safety precautions, such as energizing equipment before working on it, using insulated tools, and maintaining a safe distance from energized parts. Regular training and awareness programs can help workers recognize electrical hazards and take appropriate measures to protect themselves. Employers should conduct regular hazard assessments to identify potential electrical hazards in the workplace. These assessments can help determine the appropriate type of safety footwear and other personal protective equipment that should be used in specific areas or tasks. Proper care and maintenance of safety footwear is essential for maintaining its protective properties. Shoes should be inspected regularly for signs of wear, damage, or contamination. Footwear that shows signs of damage should be replaced immediately. Employees should also be trained to properly care for their safety footwear to prolong its lifespan and effectiveness. Safety footwear should be stored in a clean, dry place when not in use. This will help prevent damage and contamination. In addition to non-conductive footwear, other types of PPE may be required for electrical work, such as insulated gloves, sleeves, and face shields. The specific PPE requirements will depend on the hazards present in the workplace. Remember that PPE is the last line of defense against electrical hazards. It's essential to eliminate or reduce hazards whenever possible through engineering controls and safe work practices. Engineering controls involve modifying the workplace to eliminate or reduce hazards. Examples of engineering controls include insulation, guarding, and grounding. Safe work practices involve procedures that workers must follow to minimize their exposure to hazards. Examples of safe work practices include energizing equipment before working on it, using insulated tools, and maintaining a safe distance from energized parts. A comprehensive electrical safety program should include a combination of engineering controls, safe work practices, and PPE. Regular audits of the electrical safety program can help identify areas for improvement. These audits should assess the effectiveness of engineering controls, safe work practices, and PPE. Electrical safety is a shared responsibility. Employers and employees must work together to create a safe working environment. Employers are responsible for providing a safe workplace and ensuring that employees are properly trained and equipped. Employees are responsible for following safe work practices and using PPE correctly. By working together, employers and employees can prevent electrical accidents and injuries. It is important to remember that electrical hazards can be present in a variety of workplaces, not just those that are traditionally associated with electrical work. Even office environments can have electrical hazards, such as overloaded circuits and damaged power cords. Everyone should be aware of the potential electrical hazards in their workplace and take steps to protect themselves. The best way to prevent electrical accidents is to be proactive. Identify potential hazards, follow safe work practices, and use the appropriate PPE. Electrical safety is not just a set of rules and regulations. It's a way of thinking and a way of working. By making electrical safety a priority, we can create a safer working environment for everyone. Firstly, understand the difference between conductive and non-conductive footwear. Conductive footwear allows electricity to flow through it, which is dangerous when working with electrical equipment. Non-conductive footwear is designed to resist the flow of electricity, providing a barrier between the worker and the ground. Secondly, always inspect your footwear before each use. Look for any signs of damage, such as cuts, tears, or punctures. If you find any damage, do not use the footwear. Replace it immediately. Thirdly, make sure your footwear fits properly. Footwear that is too loose or too tight can be uncomfortable and can also reduce its effectiveness. Fourthly, clean your footwear regularly. Dirt and grime can accumulate on the footwear and reduce its insulating properties. Use a mild soap and water to clean the footwear. Fifthly, store your footwear in a clean, dry place when not in use. This will help prevent damage and contamination. Sixthly, never modify your footwear. Modifying your footwear can compromise its safety features and make it unsafe to use. Seventhly, if you are unsure about the safety of your footwear, consult with a qualified safety professional. They can help you determine if the footwear is appropriate for the task you are performing. Eighthly, remember that safety footwear is just one component of a comprehensive electrical safety program. It's essential to follow other safety precautions, such as energizing equipment before working on it, using insulated tools, and maintaining a safe distance from energized parts. Ninthly, stay up to date on the latest electrical safety standards and regulations. These standards and regulations are constantly evolving to reflect new technologies and best practices. Tenthly, participate in regular electrical safety training programs. These programs can help you learn about electrical hazards and how to protect yourself from them. In addition to the points above, it is also important to consider the following when selecting safety footwear for electrical work: the type of work you will be performing, the hazards you will be exposed to, the environmental conditions you will be working in, your personal preferences. By considering these factors, you can select the safety footwear that is best suited for your needs. Remember that safety footwear is an investment in your safety and well-being. Choose wisely and take care of your footwear so that it will protect you for years to come. Also keep in mind that no single piece of safety equipment can eliminate all electrical hazards. It's essential to use a combination of engineering controls, safe work practices, and PPE to create a safe working environment. One key aspect to remember is that while non-conductive footwear offers protection against electrical shock, it does not eliminate the risk entirely. High voltage electricity can still arc around the footwear, especially in wet or damp conditions. Therefore, it is crucial to always treat electrical equipment as if it were energized, even when wearing non-conductive footwear. Another important consideration is the type of sole on the safety footwear. Some soles are more slip resistant than others, which can be important when working on slippery surfaces. Look for footwear with soles that are designed to provide good traction in a variety of conditions. The upper part of the safety footwear is also important. Leather uppers are durable and provide good protection against impact and abrasion. Synthetic uppers are lighter and more breathable, but they may not be as durable as leather. When selecting safety footwear, consider the type of work you will be performing and choose the upper material that is best suited for the task. The insole of the safety footwear can also affect comfort and support. Look for footwear with insoles that provide good cushioning and arch support. This can help reduce fatigue and prevent injuries. The weight of the safety footwear is also a factor to consider. Heavy footwear can be tiring to wear for long periods of time. Look for footwear that is lightweight but still provides adequate protection. The cost of safety footwear can vary widely. It's important to balance cost with performance and choose footwear that provides the best value for your money. Don't skimp on safety. Invest in high-quality safety footwear that will protect you from electrical hazards. The fit of the safety footwear is crucial. Make sure the footwear fits snugly but not too tightly. You should be able to wiggle your toes comfortably inside the footwear. The closure system of the safety footwear is also important. Laces, buckles, or Velcro straps can be used to secure the footwear to your feet. Choose a closure system that is easy to use and that provides a secure fit. The style of the safety footwear is a matter of personal preference. However, it's important to choose footwear that is appropriate for the type of work you will be performing. For example, if you will be working in a construction environment, you will need footwear that provides good ankle support and protection against impact and penetration hazards. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions for care and maintenance of your safety footwear. This will help ensure that the footwear continues to provide adequate protection. If you have any questions about the selection, care, or use of safety footwear, consult with a qualified safety professional. They can provide you with expert advice and guidance. Remember that safety is everyone's responsibility. By taking proactive steps to protect yourself from electrical hazards, you can help create a safer working environment for yourself and your coworkers. Also keep in mind that electrical hazards can be present in unexpected places. Be aware of your surroundings and take precautions to avoid contact with electrical sources. Even seemingly harmless objects, such as metal ladders and wet floors, can become electrical hazards under certain conditions. Always use caution when working around electricity and follow all safety procedures. Non-conductive safety footwear typically uses a robust construction with several key features to ensure electrical hazard protection. These features include a sole and heel made of non-conductive materials such as rubber or specialized polymers, which are tested to withstand high voltages. The upper part of the shoe is often made of leather treated to resist water and other conductive liquids, and the stitching uses non-conductive threads to avoid creating any pathways for electricity. The insole provides cushioning and support, and is also made from non-conductive materials. The toe cap, if present, is typically made of a composite material rather than steel to maintain non-conductivity. The entire shoe undergoes rigorous testing to meet safety standards, ensuring it can protect the wearer from electrical shocks under specified conditions. Remember to always inspect footwear for any signs of damage before use, as any compromise to the non-conductive materials can reduce its protective capabilities.